Greetings from the Erie Coast. This is Mad Shad. Woo! Wow, that was a doozy of a storm. And it dumped about, I don't know, roughly about 13 inches of snow on us. I don't know, maybe more. But yeah, it's okay. It's snowing off and on today, and roughly about 19 to 20 degrees. Me and Charity already been out in it, and also I've since this is Friday and I'm off today, I figured what a better way to get a good workout than to shovel some snow, in which I did. You gotta get to know your tools, right? So I bought a brand new snow shovel, which I keep in my my car. Shoveled some people out of their parking spot, and then proceeded to went ahead and shovel all the little pathways that I use and everybody else uses, and that allowed them to toss out some salt, and we're good to go. So, yeah, I had fun. Didn't video any of it. Hey, sorry. You get in the moment, you got these big gloves on, and by the end of the thing, I had discarded all that, and was in my hoodie, just shoveling. Good workout. It's also important to watch yourself and to not bite off more than you can chew. Because snow is heavy, and what we found when we were shoveling the snow is nice and fluffy, but kind of packed. And then when we got to the bottom, there was like this icy sludge layer, like that thick, because it rained here, right? It rained before it snowed. It rained, and then the temperature dropped, and then the snow dropped on top of that, and it was interesting. Interesting, kind of like archaeological, but yeah. So anyway, snow. Yeah, that's what we got, and we're good so far. So Freya Vigi, may Freya bless, may the frig bless, on this wonderful Friday. Hope all are doing well and nice and warm, or journeying well. Yes, once again, I'm here to tell you there are Americans trapped in Afghanistan. Every day, never forget. But there is hope. Folks are getting them out. Project Exodus, Project Dynamo, Task Force Pineapple, Task Force Argo. Please look those people up and help them out any way you can. Because they are solely dependent on charities. That's it. So that's how they do it, and they are getting folks out. They are keeping people hidden. They are keeping people fed and warm, because it's winter in Afghanistan, and it's cold, very. So yeah. And the State Department is allowing visas to go through and paperwork to go through, but it better be exact. They're not skipping on that. So and it's taking a lot of money and effort to get people out of the country into one country and into another country and then home, which takes a lot of time. And so you think about that exodus out. Once you get out of Afghanistan, it's not over. Now, okay, great, you're out of Afghanistan, but now you're in, say, Pakistan, which is majority of the where everybody's going. Now you got to get out of Pakistan. That's going to take time, food, shelter, transportation, and all your paperwork has to be in order. And then you cross into wherever, whenever, wherever, and usually into Europe. France is a big one, and other places. And then from there, it's a waiting game. It's a waiting game. So, you're in a hotel, you're in a hostel, you're whatever with your wives and kids or not. A lot of folks are being separated. It's a lot of families have been separated, because get the women and children out first, right? Or the man gets out and hopes to figure out how to get his wife and kids out, which are not, which may or may not be American. So that's the thing. It's a very, very complicated thing, and the State Department is taking their sweet ass time doing it. Meanwhile, replacement migration. Let's talk about this, shall we? Replacement migration is just being, what would they say, that 1.7 million people, just poppies and coconuts and speaking in code here, in reference to Monkeyworks, the poppies, the coconuts, the bananas, they're coming. Just come on in. Flying them in, free of charge. Here's this, here's that, and getting put on buses, going to bases and camps, and doing all this and that, going through all the motions and everything and paperwork and whatever, and then they're just getting shipped out and dropped off somewhere, usually with everything paid. You need food and lodging, here you go, boom. And what is very concerning, which there has been reports of fighting age males in a lot of these groups, if not all of them. Where are the women and the children? So we can only speculate because there's no intel on that. But they have been seen. That's all I know. That's all I can say that I know. Seeing that evidence, having 150, poppies and bananas, just staying at an extended stay hotel, on the outskirts of some place. We got how many? We got some poppies here too. They came in during that mass exodus that happened. We got a whole bunch of them. I think it was like almost 800. And there's somewhere in Cleveland and in the surrounding suburbs. I don't know. Whatever. Once they get here, they just disappear. They filter in and disappear. So you can just speculate on that one of what's going on there, whether good or bad. But so it's kind of it's very infuriating and frustrating. And of course, they're just like, whatever. Meanwhile, in Ukraine, the State Department is actually saying, hey, if you need help getting out, we'll pay for your flight. We'll help pay for your flight. Well, that's very nice of you. Of I think it's like 20 to 30,000 Americans in Ukraine that have been there forever, in whatever capacity they're in. But it's just that's what's going on. Nothing is very simple. Nothing is, even though it should be. Keep it simple, stupid, right? So later on tonight we will do Lackluster Fridays. I don't know, probably around 7 p.m. And of course, Domermeth Axe, Trial by Axe. So that'll be Saturday, 7 p.m. I think it's going to be good old Boris, our friend in the UK. So we'll see about that. That should be fun. So, it's Mad Shad. Encourage you all to continue to train, continue to prep, because it's a mad, mad world out there. And every day, never forget.